The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They'll operate out of split backs. They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Manning. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The Longhorns are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Going right to work up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Guys, Oklahoma. Transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
The give to the tailback. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. To the air, it's Mateer. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it across the 25. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down the one of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Sooners look to keep this drive humming. Trying to run, it's Ott. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Sooners in the hurry-up. Running to the left. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. Looking to scramble. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. UTSA is down right now inside the Alamo Dome. But this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in San Antonio. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Rice. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hand off from the shotgun. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Dumps it off in the flats. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass. It's Manning. Fears the pressure. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! Stealing a score on special teams. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem.
And what a nice job by the punt returner. First thing he does, secures the catch, and you can tell they set up the return. He reads his blocks really well, turns on the afterburners all the way to the end zone. Special teams coming up with a huge play.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
But I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And the Longhorns need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Winner of this game dons the golden hat, but you know, Jesse, only David could wear the golden hat among the 3 of us because there's no way either of us should put a hat on the kind of heads of hair we have.
Well, I've also understood that the hat's like a triple XL, and we know David's got a big dome, and that's probably the only reason why he would wear it. But I'll tell you what, these players, they think about trying that old sucker on after this game all year long, David.
Yeah, and trophies matter. I mean, this is something at the end of games. People run, you see, they go grab them, they put them on their heads. It means something to these kids.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Here on 3rd down for this offense. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw again. Finds his big tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going to let it go. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this juncture of the game, obviously the offense has struggled. No points up on the board. You're at the end of the first half, and you're just trying to make something happen. That time the quarterback thought he had a guy open way down the field, but again, the defense in perfect position, and that thing falls incomplete.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Unloads to the right. He's got an open man. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things, because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Looking to pass. It's Manning. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
The Longhorns will try to pick it up on fourth down. Quarterback may change this route. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete on the right side. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorn! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Looking for blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground, their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The offense changing the play. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Grabs it inside the 15. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. And so a huge gain is negated by an illegal forward pass. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. The last time they punted it went back for 6. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. One more snap coming before halftime. Back to pass, it's Mateer. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sooners will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll open the second half on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Dumps it to the back. Gets open down the middle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got the quick pass. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He makes the grab. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch, and you can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school, and you can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
Send the tight end in motion. Back to throw, it's Manning. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Slide, find his way, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Pitt is ahead early in the Steel City, but that's not exactly Tony Dorsett out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over Florida State. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give to the back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. The Sooners want to move quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it commute.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught in the backfield. It's Lockett. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Manning. With the catch, it's Lockett. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
I think the quarterback could have found somewhere else to go with the football on that one. His intended target was not open. As a result, easy incompletion.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing: make the catch. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Here's the handoff. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking for room, it's Gibson. Past the first down marker and still running. That's a live ball. Once that ball was loose, didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Manning. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
Talk about saving your best when the moment is the biggest. Nice job in the 4th quarter. Been grinding all day. Made the biggest run of the day when it counted the most. Picked up the 1st down in a pretty close ball game.
On the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Sends it back in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the touchdown Sooners. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Manning. Here's a heat. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's out of bounds at the 2, close to pick six, but they're set up on the doorstep.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and
looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still fun.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Back to throw, it's Manning. Rushes on him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback, and I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy.
He unleashes a long one. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Looking downfield on first down. Fires one high and deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
If I'm the offensive coordinator right here, man, I'm trying to find some easy gimmies. I'm trying to find a way to make this offense easier right now because everything seems hard. Like last week too, man, just completion percentage is not great. This offense is just not moving like it should, and they got to find some ways to make this thing easier.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Sooners line up to punt it away. What a terrible, terrible shame. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. To the ground with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
To throw, it's Manning. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, it's all...
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
And the pummeling has started. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Manning, looking left, and he throws another interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Finds the tight end. Can't get him to the ground. And another broken tackle. Flying down the left side. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Finds a man on the left. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is their top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone.
He's trying to get it in. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's brought down, but a really nice return gets it to the 41. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Got it set up on the outside. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. To the air on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Trying to get them out flanked on the jet sweep. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. It was the Sooners who put the horns down in Dallas today in the Red River Showdown, and they'll take that golden hat north of the river. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.